Right, I've got my Word pulled up, so I'm ready. All right. Hello, my name is Emma Scholl, and I'm an attorney in our Public Benefits Unit in the Nashville office. Today, I'll be speaking about what happens if your TennCare application is denied or closed. So once you've submitted a TennCare application, the most important next step is to check your mail to look for an approval or denial notice. If you receive your mail at a family member's house or a friend's house, be in communication with them to see if any mail has arrived for you. If a homeless shelter receives your mail, go every couple days to check to see if you have a letter from TennCare. If you use the TennCare Connect portal, you should log in every day to check the status of your application. Or if you prefer a phone call, you can call TennCare Connect at 1-855-259-0701 to check on the status of your application. TennCare has 45 days from the date of application to make a decision. If you've applied for TennCare Choices, they have more time to make a decision, and they have to make a decision within 90 days. So if you have submitted a TennCare application, keep a close eye on your mail within those 45 or 90 days. Once you receive a letter, read it carefully. If you receive an approval notice, read it closely. The notice will list the names of the people that are approved for TennCare, the category of TennCare that they're approved, and the dates that their TennCare will start. Be sure that all information is correct. If you receive a denial notice, the first thing you should do is look at the date on the letter. You have 40 days from the date on the letter to file an appeal. Again, it is 40 days from the date on the letter to file an appeal, not 40 days from the day you receive the letter. Calculate the 40th day and write that date down. The denial notice will say who is denied and the reasons why the person was denied TennCare. Next, you should figure out if you have a reason to file an appeal. Here are some reasons that you should file an appeal. The first one is that you believe you are in a category of people that TennCare covers. Rewatch our video about who can get TennCare and see if you think you fall into that category of people. The second reason is that the facts that TennCare has are wrong. This could be a fact about your income or a fact about who is in your family. Another reason to file an appeal is if the start date of your TennCare is wrong, or if TennCare forgot to include a family member. Lastly, another reason you can appeal is you have been waiting for more than 45 days to receive a decision for regular TennCare, or you've been waiting more than 90 days to receive a decision about your TennCare Choices application. To file an appeal, you have a couple of options. You can go to the TennCare website and print off the appeal form. You can fill it out and send it to the TennCare Eligibility Appeals Office at P.O. Box 23650, Nashville, Tennessee 37202. Or you can fax this appeal to 844-563-1728. If you have a TennCare Connect account, you can log onto the portal and file an appeal through the portal. Or you can file an appeal by calling TennCare Connect at 1-855-259-0701. It's important to keep a record of when you filed the appeal. Write down the date that you called or keep the fax receipt. You should know that in order for your appeal to be heard and go to a hearing, you must disagree with TennCare about a fact. For example, if your TennCare was denied because TennCare says your child is 21, but your child is actually 17, that's a good reason to appeal. Or if your TennCare was denied because you're a parent of 2 children and TennCare thinks your monthly income is $3,000, but your monthly income is actually $2,000, that's another good reason to appeal. But if TennCare has your correct income, the correct family members, and all of your correct information, but you think you are still eligible for TennCare for a reason such as you were recently diagnosed with diabetes, TennCare might not hear your appeal because this is not a disagreement about a fact that is important to a TennCare category eligibility. It's not a fact that will lead to approval for TennCare. Even if you have diabetes, if you don't meet income or categories, you will not be approved in that for TennCare. If TennCare thinks that there's not a disagreement about the facts, the TennCare hearing unit will send you a letter asking you to submit more information about your appeal and your facts. There's a very tight deadline to respond to this letter. You have 10 days to respond from the date the letter was sent. Be ready with your information that proves that you are eligible for TennCare. If you do not respond to this letter, or if TennCare does not think that a fact is in dispute, they will close your appeal. And unfortunately, you cannot appeal the closure. If TennCare does think that there is a valid factual dispute and a fact that would lead to TennCare eligibility is in dispute, then they will send your appeal for a hearing. Keep a lookout in the mail for a notice of hearing and appeal packet. This packet will list all of the facts about your appeal and all of the proof they have about your case. You can contact legal aid to see if we can help represent you in your hearing. Be sure to contact legal aid as soon as possible. Do not wait until the day before your hearing because it's likely that we will not be able to help. If your appeal is closed or if you lose your hearing, you can always reapply if you think you are eligible or if your situation changes. Thank you.